Well, greetings to all of our tour families. We are super enthused about being able to have an outdoor graduation for this senior class of 2020. They deserve it. They've worked really hard for 12 years to get to this point, and I know that we need to all be able to celebrate this accomplishment. And this has been an incredible year, and what a great way to wrap this up, to be able to have an outdoor ceremony for each and one of them. Going to fill you in on a couple of things. The Lamesa Success Academy graduation ceremony will be held at Torr Stadium on June 4th, 2020 at 8 o'clock p.m. If there's inclement weather, the ceremony will be moved to the following morning, June 5th at 10 o'clock a.m. Also, Lamesa High School will conduct their graduation ceremony at Torr Stadium on June 5th, 2020 at 8 o'clock. Again, if we have inclement weather, ceremonies will be moved to the following morning on June 5th at 10 o'clock a.m. After the ceremony the night before. So that's kind of what our plans are for backup. And if we have inclement weather the next day, we'll move it to the following night and then the following morning until we can get this graduation in. Also, graduates will be allowed 5 tickets per graduate. So those graduates will have the discretion to give those to whichever family members they so desire. We will not get involved in the ticket distribution. We also asking guests as they come in and are seated that the gates will open up at 6:30 for everybody to come in. The seating is first come, first serve. The seating will be marked with blue tape in a 10-foot area. We're allowing 2 feet for each individual. And so when you come in the stadium, you need to find you a section of blue tape, and that's where your family and your 5 guests will sit down. It's real important that you do not take up any other more space than that, because we have to continue to have 6 feet of social distancing in the stadium. Our ticket takers will have masks, they will have gloves on, and there will be hand sanitizers available at every entrance of the stadium when you come in. Our ticket takers will take your ticket. On the back of your tickets, you're going to be issued those to your students. When your students will receive those, there'll be a questionnaire. It's a health screening questionnaire. Every individual that comes in the stadium will have to fill out one of those on the back of the ticket, and they'll have to sign it and give it to our attendees that are at each gate entrance around the school as they enter. We're trying to open up all gates, so it'll make it a lot easier to come in, and we'll be able to abide by social distancing inside the stadium. Graduates will be placed 6 feet apart. They will not be placed close together. We will go ahead and have a normal ceremony. Graduates will come across the stage. We will give them a diploma, and they'll return back. The thing that we are trying to hope everybody will abide by is that we will have a processional coming in, and then we will have a recessional with the graduates moving back to our old gymnasium at the end of the conclusion of the ceremony. We're asking none of our attendees to come down on the football field or gather in groups afterwards. We're asking you to exit the stadium, and we welcome you to go gather in groups outside at your home or other areas of the town, but just not on campus. Again, all of these guidelines are coming down from the governor's order on May 5th that was issued in his executive order that he put out on May 5th. So none of these are because Lamesa ISD is limiting what we want to do at graduation. That is not our desire. But we have to, based on the conditions we're in on this pandemic. And again, we're hoping to make the best of it. Very excited about our seniors. Very excited about having an outdoor graduation and seeing these guys walk across the stage, get their diploma, and families to be able to celebrate. At this time, I'm going to let Mr. Ritchie, the principal at Lamesa Success Academy, talk to you guys, as well as Mr. Jerabik, high school principal at the high school, to visit with you. And I'll come back and I will wrap it up.
Hey, this is Coach Ritchie, principal of Lamesa Success Academy. We're excited this year to have 8 graduates. Our graduation will be held June 4th, 2020 at 8 o'clock p.m. at the Lamesa High School football stadium. Our graduates will be allowed to bring 5 guests each. Our gates will open at 6:30. There should be plenty of parking for ours. Masks will be recommended but not required. but hopefully to encourage you to wear masks. We're going to provide masks for the graduate and for all 5 family members that the graduate gets to invite. We're looking forward to it. We're going to have a special ceremony. If you have questions, you can listen to Mr. Knight and Mr. Jerebick, because the stipulations and guidelines that go with Mr. Jerebick's also go with ours. It's the same for both nights. So if I didn't say something and he did, it goes for us. And if vice versa, because I forget what I said, it goes for them. But more importantly, listen to Mr. Knight, because it goes for everybody. Again, we're super excited. Couldn't be prouder of these guys and girls, and we will see y'all June 4th as we escort them into the real world as high school graduates. Thank you.
Hey, Golden Taurus, this is Mr. Jerebick, proudly reporting to you from our Golden Taurus Stadium, and I'm very excited to announce that we will be graduating from the stadium in just a few short weeks on Friday, June 5th, 8 p.m. If weather is bad, like it looks like it might be tonight, we will move it to the next day in the morning on the 6th at 10 a.m. And then if it's bad, then we'll go to the next night, and we will have it the first opportunity that the weather allows, as close as we can to that Friday, June 5th date. You will be allowed 5 tickets per graduate. There are health screening questions that will be on the back of those tickets that we need you to answer before you come to the stadium. Gates will open at 6:30 for both graduates and guests. Graduates, we're going to ask that you park over at the north parking lot and then report to the gym. There will be a senior circle video that will be playing. Please email baby pictures to Ms. Trujillo if you have not already. We will ask the graduates to come in their cap and gown, already pinned and clipped and fully ready for graduation. The guests will will park in any LHS parking lot. We will open all gates to the stadium. There will be attendants at each gate taking tickets. So we'll also have curb parking. So if you park over in the church parking lot, they are graciously letting us use it. You will pass through the cafeteria to get to the stadium. There will be restrooms open during graduation in the CTE building. We also have handicap parking and seating available, but we need you to please call the LHS office if you're going to need to take advantage of handicap seating or parking ahead of time. We will be closing gates at 7:55 in order to not have our graduation ceremony be interrupted, so be here promptly and early. It will be first come, first seated, so please sit on blue tape. We'll be putting blue tape down on the bleachers on the home side. So simply find an area marked off. We'll be sitting in groups of 5 or less, please, socially distanced from one another. I'm looking forward to graduation. I hope you are too. We'll see you soon.
Hey guys, thank you so much for talking to our folks and giving them a little bit more clarity on the graduation. One thing I don't know if any of us mentioned, is that when people have asked this question already, if we bring a child, do they count for one of the tickets? And the answer is yes. Every single person that comes to the gate, whether it's a child of a newborn or whether it's a 3-year-old, every person counts. That's part of the governor's order. So yes, every ticket is for one person. So obviously, if you want more people to come, then possibly see if you can find some childcare, but that will count for one person. Also, if you have any questions for us between now and graduation, call us anytime at the high school. Call Ms. Baker, Mr. Jerebick, or any of us if you have questions regarding graduation. We will have more guidance and again more reminders in the coming weeks. Well, again, continue to feed your faith, not your fear. We're going to get graduation taken care of, and we're going to get all these kids into their summer break. And so everybody have a great day. God bless, and have a great weekend.